와,
진짜?
대박. Blimey. So hi guys, today we have very special guest, Hidas.
My name is Haidas. Currently, I am working for the Embassy of Malaysia in Seoul.
So the reason why we invited Haidas is that this year is 60th year between Malaysia and Korean relationship. The really main topic of relationship is cross-culture.
True.
So you are the living proof of cross-culture, right?
Fossil.
Fossil.
It is because my mother is from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, but my dad is from Jeollado, Gwangju.
Oh, these days I see a lot of couples like Malaysian Korean, Korean Malaysian, but I think it's really rare to see with like Korean Malaysian parents.
Oh, true.
Back then it was not that common, right?
True. I think my father came to Malaysia back in the 1980s. So back then, I think Korea is not as famous how it is now.
Oh.
You know, with all the K-pop culture and then with Blimey as well.
Oh.
So we don't have YouTube. We don't have YouTube. We don't have Blimey back then. A company in Korea sent my father to Malaysia, and then they worked, and that's how they met each other through work. So I think that's how they end up together. You know, we grew up as a family, and then that's how we are right now. Most of the time, we used to speak in English. We spoke Bahasa, when my mother is around and everything. My father, he can speak a little bit of Bahasa. It's just that he's not as fluent as we are. Every time if we have something bad to talk about my father, we speak in Bahasa.
So you can speak Korean, Malay, and English.
Well, my Korean is not as good as my Bahasa, but 네, 한국어 조금 할 수 있습니다.
네, 완전 잘하세요. It's really good heritage.
Oh, true.
I really respect that. Like your parents, even they were living in. You're grown up in Malaysia, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. When I was a kid, my father used to be very strict about education. You know, I mean, they say that if you want to do something, you make sure you become number one, or if not, you know, what's the point of doing it? If you're just doing it for fun. That's how, my father used to say. But, mother from Malaysia would be like, it's okay, continue.
Tak apalah.
Yeah, tak apalah. Budak kecil lagi, it's like, it's small, small boy.
How do you think it affected you, the mixture of really competitiveness and more chilled outness of both countries?
That blend of culture helped me, where I am right now, Oh, my father, so in terms of, even in terms of food, table manner, don't do this, don't do that. Table manner is...
I will guess. Don't pick up your chopsticks or like your anything before the eldest eats something.
Yes,
What is Malaysian table manner?
Malaysian table manner, if someone serves you food, make sure you finish it.
Oh, I think I know about that.
Yes,
I was always wondering, how do you stop? Like when people tambah lagi, makan lagi, then at some point you need to stop. But
true.
how do you respectfully stop in front of the host?
The thing to do is just lay back and then just sedap betul. Meaning that
Oh, I learned really important thing.
So it means that you're very satisfied. She tried to cook hemul pajon. It turned out to be an omelette. So it doesn't turn out to be hemul pajon, and as well as when my mother tried to cook japchae, I think it turned out to be bihun goreng.
Oh.
Yeah. So bihun goreng, right? Yes. So yeah.
So your main food within your family was Malay food.
Was Malay food, but Korean being Korean, you can never eat without kimchi.
Yes, exactly.
You can never eat without.
Wow. I think it's a really beautiful thing that you share the culture and your spirit with another person like, across the border.
true.
So I think that's this kind of mixture is like really strong way to understand each other, especially in culture-wise. Like
true.
really beautiful thing and really brave job of your parents to do
My
that
father, yeah.
back in 1980s.
Yes, because you know, my father always make a joke about it because I say, Papa, why do you marry a Malaysian saram? You know, my father say, because those days we don't have flight right now. I'm stuck. you know.
Thank you for visiting our channel today, Haidas.
First, thank you, Blimers, and then thank you Tourism Malaysia as well for supporting and inviting me. I think the 60th of the anniversary is very important of the relationship for both countries.
Well, actually, this is the last episode of Malaysia Talk in Korea, and you are the last guest of our series. Well, I think it was really meaningful series because we could talk about the basic to the really elaborated things about Malaysia and Korea, and I think it was a really good topic for the last episode. Thanks for loving this series, and well, it's end of this series, but we will see you guys in the next week again. So see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.